Come on, let's go. Good morning to each and everyone. Good evening for who's watching in Africa. I know it's probably late over there. What a win. What a win. What a win. So we pull off a victory this morning against Fulham. I think I can say it's a well-deserved win, right? Boy, what a win. So we beat Fulham this morning. One goes to nothing. I don't know who scored. Oh, it was Cole Palmer that scored a goal. Yeah, what? It was a well taken penalty, and I'm so delighted for the win. Because last night when I did the video last night, I was talking about if we can win at least by 3 goals, we'll be sitting in seventh place. But at least we know for sure that we went ahead of Manchester United for the first time, I think. And for me that's a big plus. I love it. Because we've been the banter team for this longest time. So at least we're ahead of Manchester United now, to be honest. Because Manchester United come up against Spurs, and tomorrow, honestly, I will be a Spurs supporter. Today, Newcastle come up against Manchester City, and for sure, I will be a Manchester City supporter because I need to start to climb the table slowly but surely. And right now, at this point in time, every point matter to me. And the main thing for me right now is to climb that table. And climbing that table, that's what we're doing, and that's what I really want to see. I really want to see us back to where we belong. And that's in the top half of the table. So for me, I really really appreciate each and everything that we're gonna achieve for the future. But for right now, it's a must. Just like what I said yesterday in the video, that we look good for the future. But what about the now? The future look bright, but we also have to make sure that the present look bright too. And the future is really bright, to be quite honest, if we really go back and look at everything that we accomplished with the young players that were assigned. The future really 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 look bright, honestly. Seems like we got a bright future. And that's what I really want to see. You see from us, not only the future is a couple of years from now, but the present is very important. And important is to climb the table. And what we've been doing, stockpile all these young talent. I showcased the Dujon Whisper last night, and William. I put them in a video, and I show and I try to see what's the difference, and the similarity to all the players. And the Kendrick Pie, which we already signed 2 out of the 3. So we just need to get the next one over the line if they're gonna do it. But it's a lot of money though to get that young player. But hopefully we can also look and see that we really need um, a striker. To be quite honest, for all of us, we know that Broja is not really the answer. But what can I say? We just have to accept what we have at this point in time until we can make the right choices. I think they're really scared to sign a striker because of our recent past by signing a whole bunch of striker that doesn't work out. And for me, when we sell Tommy Abraham to sort with Ramel Lukaku, I think that was a bad choice. But Tommy Abraham did already score 15 goals in the Premier League. So I think that we should have at least keep him around, even if we were going to do go for Lukaku. I think he was the one that should have stick around if you know you were going to get rid of Giroud and all of them. But that was a mistake, right? That was a mistake. And Thomas Tuchel wasn't a big fan of Tammy Abraham. I don't know why, but he go over there in Roma, he do his thing, and then he got injured, and then Lukaku replaced him after he got in. He's still out injured anyway, but just to talk about it, talk about sake. From then on, we've been lacking because Tammy Abraham was the last player that really scored 15 goals for us. To be quite honest, last season Kai Havertz only scored what 7 goals as our top leading goal scorer. At least we got someone that passed it right now with Cole Palmer. He passed that mark. Well done to him. Young player come in. Is putting its bits in. I really like what I see from him. Can he get better? Of course he can get better. But we don't want to put too much pressure on him, too much expectation on that young player's shoulder. He's already carrying the weight of Chelsea, so we as supporters, I don't want us to put any more pressure on Cole Palmer because Cole Palmer is doing Cole Palmer thing. He's been doing excellent. So let us just don't hype it up too much. Just let it just continue to go about and do his business. And by scoring goals, we have to accept too that he's gonna have bad games. It's not everything is not gonna be all glory, and he do gonna have bad game because he's young, and every young player gonna have their moments. They're gonna have their ups, they're gonna have their downs, and at this point in time, he got his up move. So for us, let's support him. Let him keep on doing what he do. That was a good taking penalty from him this morning, to be quite honest. Before we go through these stats and thing, let us go for the lineup. Uh, you see right there, we got Petrovic in goal. We got Gusto. We got Disasi. We got Thiago Silva. We got Levi Colwell. And we got Caicedo. And we got Cole Palmer. We got Kenny Gallagher. We got Raheem Sterling. And we got Broja. So we were talking more about the goal scorer because he scored a goal. So we give him the first preference of what he done. Good performance today from him. I know he made some mistake during the midweek game against Middlesbrough, and today he put a class, and that's what I want to see from our players. Like you do make mistake, and the next game you come and you show why you should be there in Chelsea. And for me, because he did come in and he put in the work. To be quite honest, he did not hold his head up or hold his head down. Let that get the best of him. He come in and he did put in the work, and that's all you can ask from a player. You know, we know you made the mistake, but what you do after you make the mistake, and midweek he did make his mistake, and today he come in and he put down a world class performance. So for me, it's good to see him, come in and get his goal, and I really 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 like him as a player. I've been liking him from a long time though. Not since he was at Chelsea. Since he was at Manchester City, I used to watch a lot of the academy games when they used to got the where you can watch the Chelsea young team, youth team. I used to pay for the subscription and used to watch a lot of those games. And he is the man, to be quite honest. I'm not gonna say that he can. I'm not saying he can't improve. He can improve, but right at this point in time, he is putting in the work, and that's all you can ask from a player. Is just to come in and do what he just doing. Continue the good work. You know, stay injury free. That's all you can do, and continue to do what you do. And do what you do best. And what you do best for me right now is scoring goals. And for me, you're the man of the match. To be honest, um, let me go, Gusto, Gusto, because Gusto is on the right side. So I'm just gonna go with Gusto. Um, can I say Gusto was really lucky not to get a red card, to be quite honest. But good morning, the notorious Stash in the building. Amigo to Hilltop Kid is in the building. DZ, the name, is in the building. Let me highlight the notorious. Yeah, it was a well taken win. And the last half was really nervy, but we at least we crossed the water, right? So the next game we're gonna play against your team, Liverpool. So the next time we're playing the Premier League, we're up against you guys. I'm hoping that, to be quite honest, that Man City can do me a favor today. If Man City can take care of Newcastle for me today, that'll even be better for me. And Tottenham take care of Manchester United. But my next game is against you, which I know I'm not really ready for it. But when we catch that stage, we talk about it. I know that you love your Liverpool. Liverpool for life. I know. But we play you on the 31st, the last day. So hopefully, hopefully we can turn the corner by then and can put some good games run, because hopefully Mo Salah advance in African Cup of Nation. Hopefully that is not around Nation Cup too. So that's two of your best players are out, and that would be joy for me, because you got those two players out up against me. Hopefully, I've been using a lot of hopefully right now. We get all our players back from injury by then, and we can at least go on a run. Yeah, I saw you laughing, laughing emoji. But that's all I can do for this time is hope, because our team is very inexperienced. Because even to this morning against Fulham in the last part of the game, we were making some slapping mistake, and against Liverpool, we can't afford to do those things, make those silly little mistake. So that's why I've been hopeful, that things work out in our favor at that point in time. But I'd rather beat you in the cup final though than even if I can say I can take a win out of the two games that probably, as I said, probably, we're maybe gonna win our play against you guys, because we still have the second leg against Middlesbrough that we have to overcome anyway. So if we can overcome that and we go to the final against you guys, hopefully that we can beat you at Wembley. I do care about the league game against you guys, but I would take that victory at Wembley more likely, to be quite honest. That trophy will sit good, with these young players. Will probably help them to um to taste, a little bit of what the victory is like, So hopefully we can take that we can take the second leg to Middlesbrough, and we can face you in the final and take it from there. Mario Goodson was very lucky today. He is a very lucky boy. It was if you guys remember when he got sent off against Aston Villa, it was almost similar, to be quite honest. When he gets sent off against Aston Villa, it was a similar challenge. And, that's the thing that the coach gonna have to sit him down and show him, because you don't want to make tackler like that, especially way down in your opponent half. You don't want to be that guy. You're leading one goal to nothing. You don't need to. I don't know. We weren't leading at the time, but you don't want to dive. You don't want to be diving in. To be quite honest. So I think that at that point in time, we were very, very, very lucky. You know, he was he could have it could have go both ways, to be quite honest. It could have go both ways, because he could have get the straight red card, and then the game would be over from there on for us. But as I said, luckily that things work out in our favor, and that's the only thing you can hope for, to be quite honest. When you're playing games, sometimes things gonna go in your favor, sometimes it don't. But at that point in time, it do work out in our favor. So I do really give thanks for that, to be quite honest. Before I ever continue the video, I want to say thank you to each and every one that been subscribing to the channel. For the last couple of days, I've been growing. Let us hit the 500 mark. We already at 484. We are almost there. We need less than 20, to be quite honest, to hit the 500 mark. We need 16 more subscriber to reach our 500 mark. So thank you to each and every one that really take the time out, to hit that subscribe button. Hope you guys turn the bell notification on too, so every time I go live, you guys will get notified. And thank you guys again for helping the channel grow. Thank the Notorious Tash, who always here in the building, Hilltop Kid, DZ the name, and Mr. Lewis. He's not in the comment at this point in time, but always here. This is someone from the day one people. Always here supporting. Izzy always here. So I really appreciate all you guys. Take the time out to always join me in the stream. From day one. So I really, really appreciate each and every one that's subscribed for the last couple of days. And let me say from now, at the end of the month, I'll probably do a small giveaway as a token of appreciation when we hit the 500 mark, at the end of the month. So look out for that one, guys. I really appreciate each and every person that hitting that subscribe button. As I said again, hope you guys turn on the bell notifications. Every time I go live, you guys get notified. And hit the likes button, because the like button help the channel to grow too, because it helps it to go a long way, where more people can get notified and more people can come on and join the community. So I really appreciate each and every one that really take the time out to join each and every time. Yep. DZ the Hilltop Kid. All right. So the next player that we're gonna go to is Disasi. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't I'm not gonna say he put on a world class game, but at least I can say that we keep a clean sheet, and he wasn't giving away the ball like he was doing for the last couple of weeks. Where we look a little bit off pace, but it wasn't too bad, to be quite honest. It wasn't. So I'm not gonna say that his performance was bad. I'm not gonna say it was a world class performance, but he did his part. He put in the work, and I really, really love that because they didn't make any risk. The only one risk I saw him make in the first half where he trying to, turn back on the player, and it kind of fumbled a little bit. I kind of rise a little bit, but out of from that, it was a solid performance, down to her performance. Just get it where you can get it, you know. And I really love that. Thiago Silva, the man of the camp, another good performance from Thiago Silva. A great set of leadership. Demands his play around the field. It was a good performance from Thiago Silva, to be quite honest. He never eased up. He continued to be talking to his player, directing them where they need to be, where they need to go. That yellow card that he take was a well professional yellow card. And that's what I was saying, that against Everton, that Gallagher should have taken that yellow card, because if you did take on that player, they wouldn't get a chance to hit us on the counter, and that to show you about the experience, the experience of Thiago Silva, and the inexperience from the rest of the players, really, really, yeah, Thiago Silva, he's 39 years old, almost 40 years old, and still going. That to show you he is the man, to be quite honest, because he's still going. He is still, he never give up. He always there, always being a leader, even when he don't have the band on, the captain band on, but he showed that he's a leader, and that's really good. A leader is just a leader. So for me, Thiago Silva is the real leader in the camp. Colwell, Colwell have an excellent game too. I'm not gonna say that Colwell didn't play well. He did play an excellent game. To be quite honest, it's better than the performance against Middlesbrough. He's not world class, but the performance, you have to take it in consideration that he did put in a good performance. And I have nothing bad to say about his performance. He hold his own. Sometimes, especially in the second half, you can see where he really really stepped up a little bit and started putting the work. So Colwell, um, I'm not gonna say it was a world class performance, or it was a decent performance. At least he stopped everything that come down that left side. Better than the normal. And now we're gonna go to our guy Enzo Fernandez. So Enzo Fernandez, for me, he play a good game. He did play a really good game, to be quite honest. Could have he played better? I don't think so. Coming from that injury, and he put down a good performance. Especially in the second half. You can see what he was really trying. Even though at the end you can see like his tank was empty. I thought that Pochettino was gonna take him off. To be quite honest, I thought he was one of the players was gonna come off, because you can see a few tired passes. He started to make some few tired passes, but his all around performance, from the first half to about probably the 70, 75 minute, 80, going to the 80 minute, he put on a good show, to be quite honest, but you can see that he haven't been playing as much, to be quite honest. Wish he well played, well round. He tried to move the ball positively. As I said, the only time I saw him make, I only probably about two mistakes, when you can see that his leg was really going. But nothing to complain about. Right here, Caicedo. Not a good performance from Caicedo. you know, go about his business, quietly, stop gap where he can stop, close up the middle a little bit, better than normal. Good all around play from him. Get across the pitch really well today, to be quite honest. I can see where he could get around the pitch really, really well, and that was a good round of a performance from him. I'm not gonna downgrade none of the players in this one, to be quite honest, because every single player, did their part for that victory. And as I always said, a win is a win. In Chelsea Football Club, we need wins. We need to start get wins to really, really, really see where we can push towards the end of the season. And not only that either, as I was saying yesterday, like these wins are very important for us. That's why I was saying we can win even the trophy, because all these young players that we got, we want when they come in, these players that's already here, they're young and inexperienced. At least by the time the young player come in, you know, they at least have the experience, can lead these younger players that gonna come in. Because remember, we buy a whole bunch of young players, 16 years old players, and we're still looking to buy some. So we're gonna need a spine from this group that we got right here, to be quite honest. And I think this season is the season for us to build that spine, to be honest. And when we build that spine, everything else that come around them will be really good for us. So for me, I would love to see we're building a spine, to be quite honest, because we need that spine. So if that's what Pochettino is doing at this point in time, if he's building a spine, then I can take my hat off and I can say, well, I will give you until the end of the season, because building a spine for me right now is the main thing right now for Chelsea. I'm not looking to say we're gonna go compete at this point in time, but to build a spine is very, very important. So if Petrovic is your number one, stick with him. If Colwell gonna be one of your spine, then stick with him. If Disasi you think gonna be one of your spine, stick with him. Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo is your spine. Gallagher and Parma are not say Gallagher, but that much, because it's that gonna split the fan base. But Cole Palmer, if he gonna be inside of your spine, for me, stick with him. Build a spine. That means when we got the Dujon Whisper come in, and if we get that William kid, that will be good. And that Kendrick Pyre, when he come in, they got leaders in the dressing room that can lead them. That's why I said that the trophy would be very, very important. If we can nick that trophy, to be quite honest. So if we can go and make a run to the FA Cup and the League Cup, to be quite honest, and build these, because Reece James already got the experience of winning, so I think Reece James already know what it takes, because he was there for the Champions League. But we need some more winners in this team that said, yeah, they lift a trophy that can help to build a spine, to be quite honest. And for me, I really, really love everything that we're doing for the future. But as I keep on saying, what about the present? I know we're building for the future, but we need to do something for the present. And for the present is very, very important, because the present is what gonna dictate the future. Okay, so you won't have a future without a present. If you don't start to build the foundation, it doesn't make sense you start the building from the top. You have to build a foundation. And the foundation is here and now. The foundation is right now, this moment. This moment is the hit right here. So we need to build something for right now, for the here. The now for the year, for right now. We need to build something. So we need to get in a world class striker that, even if it's a short term, until we can get the Osimhen. Because remember, go to Osimhen, that next season gonna be better. Then we're gonna have a problem, because if you have the likes of Real Madrid come in, and some of these top teams that's already winning, it's gonna take a miracle for us to attract Osimhen. So we need to build for for right now. We can't wait until the end of summer to say that we're gonna start all over again. No, we need to prove to players that we can at least compete, and show that we're start to play some good brand football, and we know how to dig points out, just like this morning, and know how to go up against the big boys like Manchester City, the game against Manchester City. But we have to continue that on a consistent basic. We can't just do it in patches. We have to start at least this second half of the season. If you can't win a game, you try to dig it out. You know, points count. Points matter at this point, at this stage of the season. We are close, but we need to get closer. So we need to show that we're improving, because last season we finished 12. So this season, at least the top six, the top eight, top six, we can say that at least, we improve. We can go a step further if we got a hustleman. We need to show them that this is where we fall off, because we didn't have a deadly striker, or we shorted this one, but now we're gonna fill that gap. So we need to start to show players that we're building for the future, but we're building for now too. So good, good, good. Oh, there's some conversation with the notorious Stash and the Hilltop Kid. Uh, was asking what about the Rhyme Sterling. Rhyme Sterling didn't play that bad today, to be quite honest. He's the next player I was gonna talk about. It wasn't a frustrated game from Rhyme Sterling that he normally put in. He did put a shift in this morning, to be honest. He did win us the penalty, but this morning you can see that he was getting a little bit better, on his there's some conversation between yeah, but Ryan, poor Ryan Sterling from the notorious Stash. But it's not only said poor Ryan Sterling. He got his moment, and this morning was one of those moments where I can really say that Ryan Sterling, it wasn't too bad. You know, it wasn't the worst player on the field today, to be quite honest. Hilltop Kid, I didn't feel like he. Well, you can say that for real, but Ryan Sterling, to be honest, he win the penalty, and I can say thank you, Ryan Sterling, because that was a clever move from you. Cole Palmer slotted away, and honestly, the worst player on the pitch for me today was Broja. As I'm going to talk about Broja, like Chelsea strikers. I don't know what's wrong with Chelsea strikers. When they reach inside of the box, they thought that they have to dribble past two players. And for me, a striker, from once you get in the box, your first option is to always look the way to take your shot off. And he's trying to hold the ball up too much, and that kind of killed most of the attack, to be quite honest. I saw one when they slid him through, and when I think he was gonna lay it off across the Sterling, he tried to hold it up and then pass it off too late. So it was a lot of inexperienced movements from Broja. I don't know if the pressure being 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 too much for him, but Chelsea football come with pressure. Liverpool come with pressure. Manchester City come with pressure. You know, I'm not gonna say Arsenal, because Arsenal being for the last season and this season, they really show something. So they were like a mediocre, to be quite honest. But Playing for Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, Manchester United come with pressure. I'm not gonna say Tottenham either. Tottenham, as I'm saying, they're Tottenham, until they're proven otherwise. But those three teams, come with a massive pressure. And for me, Broja, if Broja can handle the heat, you need to get out of the kitchen, to be quite honest. So if you can't handle the heat, you need to step out of the kitchen. And for me right now, it seems like the heat is getting to him. So I would just tell him to like step out, probably just go for a loan or try to go somewhere where you can get consistent game time and be the man, probably a championship or somewhere. Because coming from that injury, you're not gonna be the main man at Chelsea because when you get that was your opportunity and then you got injured and then from then on you have to play catch up. So for me, I would even take a championship loan and go banging probably a 15 goal, and get your confidence up and running again. Because I think that should have been his main option is to go out on loan, and try to see if he can build his confidence by scoring goals, and then get back to Chelsea. But the opportunity that he get, then he got injured, so that was unfortunate on his side. But this is Chelsea. Chelsea don't got time to wait on you to get your priorities straight. So for me, Broja should go out on loan. To be quite honest, if we can get in a striker, so I would get a striker right now and send Broja out on loan. To be quite honest, to go build some confidence and get back because I was watching that little kid Caseda at Leicester City this morning. Although they lost, but he played the full 90. They were down to 10 men from the first half, and he was in there in the team the whole entire game. You know, putting his performance in. Even though as I said they will come out with a loss, but he showed what he can do out there on loan. So I think that's what Broja need to do. To be quite honest, I think Broja need to go look for a loan somewhere where he can. Mitchy boy in the building. Thank you, Mitchy, for joining the screen. Big up, Mitchy boy. Anyone in the app watching, if you haven't subscribed to Mitchy boy YouTube channel, I'm always on there as a guest. Go over and show him some love. Let him know that I sent you. Mitchy boy, thank you for the support. He always supporting me, so I really appreciate Mitchy. Big up, Mitchy. Yeah, but I'm gonna join your stream later on, Mitchy, in a few. Yeah, so for me, Broja just need a loan, as I'm saying, because to me he's not playing that well. To be quite honest, he do too much of holding on to the ball, and as a striker, the first option is to always get a strike. It doesn't matter how you strike it. Just like the one that Gallagher did. He just one touch and then try to strike it with his outside of the foot, and that's where I see the big problem is with with our. Thank you, DZ the kid. Thank you, the notorious friend. So for me, that's my biggest problem with him. But I'm gonna talk about this little kid that come on today, Gilchrist. What a kid! You know, um, he proved to me that he is a Chelsea level player, not as a starter. So I don't want all our Chelsea fans to say that I'm trying to hype up this kid too early. But I've been watching him for the last couple of games. Each time he come on the pitch, he always come on the pitch like he want to play for Chelsea. I saw him been barking information over towards the senior players. I saw him been demanding the senior players to stay focused. I saw this kid as a natural leader, to be quite honest. I love what I'm seeing from him. I see him pushing every tactical decision that the coach give him. I saw him come on and he been pushing it to every players. I saw when Chukwuemeka come on before him, he was barking it to Chukwuemeka. You need to go do this, So I really, really, really like what I see with that kid. I really see that he can be probably a future captain for Chelsea. You know, he really surprised me, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you that I really surprised with this kid to see that leadership quality that he been putting in. And when he come onto the pitch, you can see he's putting his soul, his heart, his soul, his mind, everything. He put everything on the line, and that's what we want to see. To be quite honest, we want to see that from our players these days. I want to see our players, you know, show, you know, that they really can put in the big work, you know, and that's what I like. I wish we can get this from every single young players that we got. You know, if we can get this from all our young players, trust me, Chelsea Football Club, we're looking right up to the top. And as I said earlier on, Mitchell boy, I don't know if you hear me. I was saying that we look good for the future, but we need to look good for the now, for the here. You know, that's the thing, is because last night I've been doing a lot of research, and our future look really bright. But without the now, I don't think the future gonna, because if we don't get these young players that we got right now into the squad, if we don't start to get them to be winning, you know, and start to build that winning mentality for when you Kendrick Pyre and all these young players that that's out there come in, you know, that can learn from them, I think that we're gonna have some big problems, you know. So for me, you know, this is good. A win is a win, and I love when we win. To be quite honest, you know, because it helped the young players to gradually grow. Even Gusto, as I was saying earlier, you know, Gusto, I saw he's made that little silly mistake from Aston Villa, and I saw it come back in. So today again, where he could have get a red card, but you know, after that he shake it off, and he started putting the work. So I really appreciate, you know, all these young players that come in and fighting for the badge. To be honest, so what can I say? Newcastle, hope I hope that Man City can do us a favor today, to be honest, and I hope Tottenham can do us a favor against Manchester United. At least, at least we can at least finish the month, you know, above or ahead of them. To be quite honest, so that would be good for me, to be quite honest, because we've been in the mud for a while. You know, at least ahead of Manchester United can keep their fans a little bit quiet for a moment, because trust me, I got some texts from some Manchester United fans majority of the time, you know, where they when they win, you know, they they normally just go off on me. So when I see all these victory from us, you know, it's really nice. I love I love when I love the changes that he made this morning. To be honest, the only change I said that I didn't really like, I didn't see take off Enzo, and I thought in the last 10 minutes you can see that he didn't have much left in him. But thankfully that we get over the line, right? Because you can see that he was tired. But overall, I can say that Enzo put on a wonderful performance. The all entire team, you know, Cole Palmer was like three-time man of the match for me, to be quite honest. That kid is a baller. Anyone can say anything else about that kid, but for me, I can say that kid is a baller. That kid, if he continued to get the support, as they were saying on NBC, you know, that Chelsea need to start to build a team around him. And I'm gonna touch a little bit on one player that's not in the team. You know, I know that for the first half of the season, we're dependent on Christopher Nkunku. And for me, you know, I don't think that we should really. This is Chelsea Football Club. Let us start off this way. This is Chelsea Football Club. So all our supporters or fan that always saying when Christopher Nkunku come back, that's not Chelsea. Chelsea never used to depend on one player. You know, when since we started be this mediocre mindset, mind thinking that we should depend on Christopher Nkunku. Like if a player is out, a player is out. When Hazard used to be out, you got Williams step up, Aska, you know, where are all these players? When one player out, there's a player that needs to step up. So I want us to stop talk about Christopher Nkunku and put this massive pressure on Christopher Nkunku. You know, once he started to put pressure on them, I think he's gonna start to come in and start to, because first thing I hear Pochettino was saying, like, the entourage trying to say that he should play, he should start. They start him, they started playing him, and what right now? He's out again. For how long? We don't know. You know, so let us stop trying to put so much pressure on Christopher Nkunku. Christopher Nkunku is just one player. You got Cole Palmer, you know, is stepping up. So someone else needs to step up. We don't need only Cole Palmer to step up. We don't need only Christopher Nkunku. We need the whole entire team. You know, so this narrative been going around that we wait until Christopher Nkunku come back. Like, Christopher Nkunku is out. He's out. You know, we need to find ways to win. And that's what I said this morning. I love the win, even though I would have loved if we win against Middlesbrough, which I already did think a little bit about that Middlesbrough game before the Middlesbrough game, saying that, you know, they're probably physical. And, you know, for me, I don't think it would be a wide margin scoreline, but I didn't look for a lose. You know, I was looking for at least go there and come out with something and then take it to Stamford Bridge, you know, but unfortunately not. We're going to have to go deep into the second leg where we're going to have to chase, which we didn't want to chase, but that's the way it is. We're going to have to go there. We're going to have to chase at Stamford Bridge in the second leg. But for me, Christopher Nkunku is Christopher Nkunku. I'm glad to see Carney back, you know, because we ain't been talking about Carney for a long time. And seeing Carney Chukwuemeka back, you know, that's put a really good smile on my face, because we can now, you know, look to see someone else can support Cole Palmer, who've been dragging us along across the line, to be quite honest. Thiago Silva, the same way. You know, so good performance overall for the whole entire team. I give the whole entire team a 9.5 this morning, to be honest. Pochettino, I give him an 8. You know, and the reason why I give him an 8 is because of he did not take off Enzo when Enzo was really tired, to be quite honest, and fresh it up. Because I thought when Gilchrist was coming on, I thought he was going to put Gilchrist, you know, inside the middle of the field or something, you know, to give Enzo that little break. But at least he still fight to the end and he carry across the line. So I really love that at least Enzo finished the game, you know, no injury or nothing. So congratulations to him and the team, you know, to see it across the line. But I love CW Sports Talk, you know, that's a good friend of mine. You know, anyone like Track and Field, you know, you can subscribe over there. You know, you got a nice interview over there. So CW Sports Talk, you know, that's most likely Track and Field. I don't know if he's gonna do any football. You know, he's a massive Chelsea fan too. Well, he says he's not worrying about the Middlesbrough game. We will get the job done. You know, I think we're gonna get the job done. To be quite honest, you know, I have no doubt. I have no doubt at all that we're gonna get the job done. I know for sure that we're gonna get the job done, and I love when we get the job done. To be honest, early. That was my only concern, you know, is to get the job done early. And I really looking forward for us to be in that final at Wembley, to be quite honest, and at least, you know, win that trophy. So at least we can help these young players to gradually grow, you know, to at least know what it takes to win a championship or a title, you know. So that would help the younger players that I'm saying that we bought, you know, for the future, because we need some winners. and some players to really know what it takes to win some trophies. So that would be wonderful for us if we can pull it off. To be honest, so my main thing is right now is to go forward and see how much we can beat Middlesbrough and head to that final. That final would be very, very, very important for us. So right now we're not playing no more game in the Premier League, so we got at least a week and a half to prepare for that game against against Middlesbrough, because I don't think we play weekend coming, to be quite honest. So we got a lot of time on our hand to really go and prepare to beat that Middlesbrough team. So we got no excuse. To be honest, we got no excuse at all, like none, zero excuse. We need to go and beat Middlesbrough. We need to go to that final. Is 10 days before we play them. Yeah, 10 days before we play them again. That's almost a week and a half. To be honest, we only need a half a day. And a half a day. So we really need that. We really need to go face Liverpool in that final. Is a must, right? We need to go show up in that at Wembley. At least let people know that Chelsea is still a conversation. Not only about the negative part, but at least some positive. We need this positivity at least for this season. To be quite honest, we really do. We really, really, really need that Wembley final. We definitely need something for that bad season from last season and then the start of this season. We need this positivity. We definitely do. So we need to go all out for that Middlesbrough game and secure that spot, because that's something that we really need. I know that the notorious Stash, Liverpool biggest supporter, but the thing is, notorious Stash, you still have Fulham to play. To be honest, in your second final. So hopefully that you're in better shape than us going on towards your last game. To be honest, because you're leading 2-1 in that game, which Chelsea we're down one goes to nothing. So hopefully, hopefully that we can cross the bridge. Coach have time to assess and get the players playing to. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like we got all of this time. We got all these wonderful 10 days. One day we can use tomorrow. Players relax on Monday. They're back in training. They get a day off, so they got at least 9 days to prepare. Hopefully Whisper make it to be to the bench. Hopefully, because he been training with the team for the whole entire preseason, and not only that either, he's been there since November, December, but he just couldn't play. So I was surprised, they take so long to announce the deal. I don't know what was the hold up, to be quite honest. But yesterday they announced it late, so I know that he couldn't play, because if they didn't announce it about before 12 12 I think it's 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. 12 p.m. If they didn't announce it before 12 p.m., he could have made the match day squad, because that was the deadline. But they announced it really late in the evening, so I know for sure that he wouldn't even make the bench today. So now you will like this to see where he's gonna head it. If he's gonna head it in Alpha, probably they're gonna send him out on loan, or he probably gonna play in the reserve. Hopefully that he can give Broja a run for his money, because he is an out and out striker, to be quite honest. So hopefully that he can, to be honest. And now I think in the coming weeks we will see, if we start to see a picture of him in training and video and stuff, that we know that he's gonna be in the squad. So look forward for this week to see how much he's been involved in in the daily photos that they've been putting out. You know, if you start to see him in the photos and stuff, then you know that hopefully he can make the bench, at least the bench, because and now I think we got a lot of academy players on the bench or in the squad, to be quite honest. So I know that for sure that he's training with the first team for a long time, but we just haven't been seeing anything about him. So I don't know what the secret about, or why. Hopefully he's not alone. He's not going out on loan, or if he do going out on loan, it's not something like the Santos deal. Hopefully it's something where someone that really need a striker or really need a player in his part, so he can get at least some game time until the end of the season. Because some of these teams, when you send these players out for loan, it can go both ways. We don't want to see the loan go against us. So we're here and we would love to see what happened with him. But he's a very, very good young player. He's a promising player, to be quite honest. Well, promising player, to be honest. He's a good finisher. And following his career, his path, that he is a player for the future. As I was saying earlier, our future look really bright, but we have to think about the now, the here. That's where the problem is. Our future look really, really, really bright with these talent, the player that been coming in. That's the same thing I was wondering too. Why he keep on having two goalkeeper on the bench, and you only can use one. To be honest, you're not going to use two goalkeepers unless one of them get injured before the warm up. But you're not going to have two goalkeeper get injury at the same time. To be honest, so I don't know why he keep on having two goalkeeper on the bench where he can put an outfield player at least. Make the player feel more likely. Okay, at least I make the match squad, the bench. I still have a chance. Probably when we get most of these players back from injury, I've been thinking about it too. And in the press conference last week, someone asked him why he keep on having two goalkeepers on the bench, and I didn't like his answer, to be honest. So I'm just hoping that it's just because of probably the amount of injury that we got. So when you got like the Reece James come back and some of these big players, I think that probably all of these players take their chances right now because Noni Madueke, he's playing good. So, and he's the one that used to be dropping out of the match squad. So now you're gonna have to probably drop another goalkeeper because I don't see the need of having two goalkeeper on the bench. And there's Shaliba. I think when they all come back, that's gonna give him a little bit of work to do and to think about. To be honest, the two goalkeepers on the bench don't make sense to me. I don't know why. That's the only way you got two goalkeepers is if you or you got majority of outfield players out injured. But at this time we got a lot of players coming back, so I don't see where we should have continue to have the two goalkeepers on the bench. But you're 100% right. CW Sports Talk. I don't know. It's a thing that we're gonna see in the longer run in the season. We just have to wait and see until the end of the season. You know, and then we can judge him from there to see if it's something that he's gonna continually go with. But it was nice to see Khan Chukwuemeka back though. I love this kid. He's a player that can play in the role for me. That in Kuku playing, and I love to see him back. That's something that I really, really, really love. To see he really come back from injury because it's been a while since he scored that goal against West Ham. We haven't seen him again. So nice to see that he got a little run out today. Get some really football in his legs. Hopefully he can push on for the rest of the season and continue to do what he do. because for me, it's a really good thing when you see player come back from injury. They didn't rush him back. They take their own little time with him. But my thing is, I would have loved today if we did score at least two more goals, because my prediction yesterday was a 3-0 victory. That would have put us like ahead of Brighton. And that we really love to see, because that would have put us in seventh place. If we did take those chances, some of those chances, so we'd have go ahead against Brighton with goal difference. So that would have bring us to I think a +6 goal, and Brighton would have been on a +5. But right at this point in time, we're ahead of Manchester United. So we got a +4 goal, and they got a -0, and that put us ahead of Newcastle, because Newcastle is still down there. Is on 29 points, so that ain't too bad. So with the domination of the game, we got total shot of 17 to them 14. You know, they got we got 3 shot on target. They got 4 on target. Our position was 56 and they were 46. So it wasn't that far apart, to be quite honest. It was a little bit closer than what I thought. Passing accuracy was 84 for us, 70. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I start the stream so early, because I want to go watch the Man City Newcastle game. I'm a Manchester City fan. In the next couple of minutes, I'm gonna be a Manchester City fan, and tomorrow I'm a Tottenham fan for the first time in my lifetime. I was cheering those two teams on to get their victory. To be quite honest, that's what I that's one of my thing. So tomorrow and today, I'm not saying I'm a diehard fan. I'm just cheering for both teams to at least cross the line, to see I'm sitting right here beautifully ahead of Manchester United and Newcastle. You know, that would put a bigger smile on my face. To see that we're above both Manchester and Newcastle. That's what I was saying. If we did at least score two more goals today, we'd have a +6 goal. We would have sit right here in seven, by goal difference ahead of Brighton. But slowly but surely we're getting there. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm just gonna smile and take it one day at a time. That song, one day at a time. You know, taking it one day at a time. But it's nice to see us ahead of Manchester United, though, for the first time for how long. And a Newcastle too. And nice to see that we at least have two teams that we can say that we beat them twice in the season. Luton and Fulham now at least. We beat them, both of them, twice for the season. So if we can continue that journey and beat a couple of these teams twice, to show that, to stamp our class and show something, that would be really nice for us. But at this point in time, we're kind of let me see, six. We're 7 points. We're 7 points clear, right there. Yeah, good one there, Mitchell boy. Good. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but Yeah, well, I guess that's what he's thinking. Oh boy. you know, I don't know. I don't know the deal with the three goalkeeper. To be honest, that's the first time I ever see that in my entire life. Even when I was playing as a professional back in Jamaica, I never see nothing like this before. And that's not a big world class league like the Premier League, but I never saw three goalkeeper, in a squad. To be honest, unless you're gonna think of playing one of them outfield, but I never see that before. I know sometimes you bring the three goalkeeper because one probably can get injured by when you're warming up, but to have all three sitting on the bench, I don't think so. And normally the goalkeeper that's sitting on that's not gonna really play, are gonna be on the bench. They normally use that goalkeeper, when warming up to like the players by, hitting the shots and doing all of that. While injury by warming up, you know, I don't know what Poch is thinking when he got all three goalkeepers sitting on the bench. To be honest, it's a weird one to me, but what I can say, I'm just happy about the win today. But when all these players come back, though, I think he's gonna have to stop that idea that he got in his head to have the three goalkeeper, because you're not gonna drop Corny out of the team. Madueke could be playing good, and he's the one that you normally drop out. You're gonna have Reese James back. You got Nkuku back. You- You're gonna have a full squad. So I don't see where or how he got that in his mind about having those three goalkeeper, on the bench. For me, I just think that he's gonna have to switch from that, to be honest. So I'm not complaining about it, to be honest. So I'm just gonna wait and see that when all these players get fit, what he's gonna do. And that's my biggest point. What are you gonna do when all these players get fit? How are you gonna go about it when all these players get fit? So that's my main thing. When these players get fit, how he go about it. You know, because I don't think he's gonna have all three goalkeepers on the bench. We got a lot of injuries, so I can see with it for now. Just for now. Just for now. After that, there's no more excuse for him. I don't see why we should have three goalkeepers on the bench. Mitchy Boy, remember people, anyone haven't subscribed to Mitchy Boy YouTube channel as yet, please guys, go over there and support my friend. You know, good, 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 good man. I'm gonna jump on the show later after the Man City game. I hope you guys join me over there because, as I said, Mitchy Boy, number one. Mitchy, do me a favor, Mitchy. Can you drop your YouTube link in the for me, please, so I can they can exactly click on the link and go over there. If you can do that for me, I really appreciate it, Mitchy. In the chat for me, you know, go back to Chelsea right here. The notorious Tash. I guess she get quiet now because she haven't been dropping any comment. I guess she started to worry about me waffling about we're beating them in the final. Big Liverpool supporter. I wish your team all the best in your next game though. But hopefully we meet you in the final and hopefully we can take you down. That would be I am here. Okay. Just wondering, I want to make sure you're okay. I don't want you to over consider about me waffling about beating you guys. I know how it can go. I don't want you to take it to heart. So I'm just here waffling. I'm just checking up, make sure you're okay. Because earlier on, you in DC, you in DC, the Hilltop Kid was going at it, a little bit, and I guess you scared Hilltop Kid away. Yeah, good goal. It was a wonderful goal, to be honest. It was a wonderful goal from Parma. Oh, wonderful goal. Oh, Garrick. Yeah, it was a lovely goal from Parma, man. A well taken penalty. They send the keeper even the wrong way. So the keeper went the wrong way. I know you're a Manchester United fans, Garrick, but I know for sure that you guys is getting whooping tomorrow. I know Tottenham gonna take care of you. So I'm not gonna to talk about too much about you guys because I know you guys gonna get a whipping, and that's gonna bring joy to me. Just like I'm smiling now, I'm gonna be smiling tomorrow after Tottenham take care of you. If you take care of Tottenham, then I'm gonna have to smile too because we in Tottenham are rival anyway. But hopefully Tottenham take care of you, and then we think about Tottenham a little bit later from now. But the main thing is to drift away from you guys. That's my main goal right now. Is to drift away a little bit, put some space between me and you guys. It's a long time I haven't seen my team up there, so I'm happy. I'm happy that my team is up there ahead of you guys. That made me really happy. So for me right now, I'm just smiling because right now, right then and here and now, I'm above Manchester United. First time for this season, and I think last season too. So what can I do more than smile? At least I'm ahead of Newcastle. I'm ahead of Manchester United. Fulham finished ahead of us the last season. I'm ahead of Fulham too. That made me happy. And that's all I can say. That's made me happy. To see that I'm ahead of Manchester United. Yeah. So Manchester United is sitting what? They're sitting right there ninth place. And tomorrow, Tottenham gonna take care of you guys. Just like how Man City gonna take care of Newcastle. Well, good luck. Good luck. All I can say, man, good luck about that one. We will see tomorrow. When the final whistle blow, who is gonna be on top? It's gonna be Manchester United or Tottenham. You know, any one of you guys win. I guess the only thing I have to do is just wait for the next one to because if you beat Tottenham, I'm closing the gap. The gap is closing. All I have to do is take care of Liverpool my next game, and I'll be right up there in the conversation. My next fixtures ain't looking too good, but you know the it's not gonna be that too bad anyway. Ben Chilwell, people, I haven't even talked about Ben Chilwell yet. Ben Chilwell finally is back. Hopefully he can stay on the pitch. But Ben Chilwell finally back. I'm gonna hope he can stay fit for the remainder of the season. Because if he don't stay fit for the remainder of the season, I think it's time for us to consider to cash in. You don't want to say to cash in on a player, but if he don't stay fit for the remainder of the season, it's time for us to make some money because we already pay all of the fee and everything because he just signed a new year contract, a new contract overall. So it would be pure profit right there too if we because he's signing the old regime, so it's a pure profit too. You know, if we sell him, we do make some profit right there because we already pay for all of his transfer from Leicester City. All of that have been done with. So anything we make from him right now is pure profit because I think this is his fourth or fifth season with Chelsea. It's I think his fourth season. He just signed a new contract too. So whatever we make from him is gonna be pure. It's gonna be in the book. You know. So we have to consider that too if we're thinking about fair play. You know, financial fair play because he is pure profit. So we already pay for that. All of that purchase already done, pay for, and everything. So for me, if Ben Chilwell can't stay fit, now we need to cash in. You know, and cash in fast too. All right, my people. Remember, guys. Remember to like up the video. Like up the video. Please remember like, share, and subscribe. You know, the when you like when you we almost at 500. We almost at 500 subscriber. Let's help us to cross the line. We get it. We're getting there. We're almost there. Let me see. Let me check and see how many more we need to make the 500 mark. But I know for sure that we're almost there. Wow. You see that we don't got a lot to get there. We have 400 and 484 at this point in time. So you know that we only need 18 more. 18 more to hit the 500. When we hit the 500 at the end of the month, we're gonna do a little giveaway. You know, we don't sure exactly what it is, but we're gonna do a little appreciation. So we're gonna put all the regular members in a thing and we spin for it. Hopefully, hopefully that we can hit that before the end of the month. So 18 more to go to reach 500 mark. Remember, people, hit the like button because the like send us a far away when you hit the like button. And guys, I'm gonna round off because I'm gonna watch the Man City Newcastle game. Hope you guys like, share, and please remember to subscribe to your boy GSC Garvin. Peace. I'm out.